Connecting up with the horse trail again to go across this bridge. I see over here. Stream flowing into the Big Darby. Horseback trail again. We're gonna go straight up here and join the Greenway Trail, which will take us to the bridge over the Big Darby into the Alder Trail. This is where we join the Coneflower Trail, and we're headed to the bridge over Big Darby here. Coming up on the bridge over the Big Darby. It's the horse trail to the right there. It's a nice bridge. Horses go across here. We're going to be going down that other side of the river to the right there and that way. 3 ducks there. We'll come back up and do this loop here. So we'll make this end of part 1. Which is the Coneflower Loop and the bridge over the Big. And this is beginning of part 2, the Alder Trail. It goes next to the river. I'm still on the Alder Trail. It's pretty icy. About 38 degrees out here, so just melting. There's the Big Darby River there. Really pretty. Little bridge going across the stream going into the Big Darby. A lot of water right now. My shoes keep collecting gobs of mud. Makes my feet feel like they're really heavy. About 3 miles into the run here, and just gonna go up to a loop and we'll come back down here. Coming back down the right side here, which goes by the river, but first we're going to go up and around a big meadow up here. It tends to be really sloppy when it's wet like this. We'll see. Hill's nice, kind of pretty. The top of the hill tends to be really wet. to get even wetter up here. This part's usually super wet. Fortunately, it's still a little bit frozen, so not as bad as usual. Parking area there. There's one car. Like I said, not too many people come here. A little 3/4 mile loop here that we're going to do through this field. And then we'll go back by the river. Called the tall grass trail. Not so tall right now, but boy, in the summer it does get kind of tall. It's kind of pretty running through the tall grass. Bluebird nests that you'll see in the summer. This tall grass trail is really kind of boring. Just a big loop. See a little piece of Route 71 straight ahead here. Shows how close this park is. There's Route 70 there. You can see that truck right there, more than 100 yards away. Now we're finishing this loop here, and then we'll be headed over to the trail that goes next to the river, which I'm sure will be super muddy. Now we just finished the tall grass trail, and now we're going to go over here by the river and then head back to the older trail. About to dive back in the woods a little bit here. Found to be icy and slippery. Heading up on this little stream crossing, which is super high right now. That'll be fun. Let's see. Go up here. Don't mind getting my shoes a little bit wet, but it's cold. Ouch. Lots of thorns. All right. And now up the big hill. This is a loop that's called the Osage Opening Trail. It's just a loop. There's our Osage orange there. Not really good for use for anything. I ran a whole trail once throwing this back and forth. It kind of keeps you going. Wish I could juggle. Some more Osage oranges all through here. FDR built a whole shelter ridge of trees through the Plain States, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas back in the 30s. With over 200 million trees kind of blocked the wind erosion. A lot of those were Osage orange because they were so strong and resilient. Here's a good example of one. Not the prettiest trees, but certainly great wood. The bows made of that back in the Indians with be worth a whole horse. In fact, the French would call the tree bodark, which meant bowwood. Probably didn't want to know all that, but there you go. And we're back down, and we're getting closer to the river there. We're Osage Orange. Really pretty running in the winter here because you can see so far. If this were summer, you wouldn't be able to see the river there because it'd be so grown up. Okay, now we're gonna go down the trees and by the river here, which is a little technical because it gets really wet, slippery. If I don't get my feet wet or fall, I'll be surprised. You can see where some people have slipped already. Now, I want to walk over these trees. They don't look very easy to walk across. There we go. Not too bad. Now we can get back to trying to run a little bit. Pretty in a wet, muddy way. This orange tape here is for a reason. So I'm going to take this other path here, and that's because there's a beehive in there. It doesn't seem to be active right now, but you excuse me if I don't poke around it. Running by the river here, pretty mushy. Here we're back in that original loop, hitting the Alder Trail. There's our map here. Going back across this little tributary to the Big Darby over there. Big Darby turns west here, and we're sort of following it again. But you can't see it over there. Alright, here we go to the Cocoa Trail. Here, which is nice. Nice trail when it's snowy. Nice wide trail. I know real single tracks here, unlike at Clear Creek Park, which is about 30 minutes more to the east on 33, but really nice right next to Columbus. We're going to take the left-hand fork here. Kokomo Trail. Coming up on this big pond. Sometimes a little slippery in the winter. There's ice on it. Sometimes some mean geese here. Sort of zigzags itself across the pond. It's just frozen, but I wouldn't go walking on there. Hasn't been cold for very long. End of the boardwalk. Back onto the trail. This might be the end of part one, and we'll start part two right away. This is part two of the Kokomo Trail run at Slate Run. Along this series of little ponds. Eventually loop around and come back to the boardwalk there. Really pretty ponds, fir trees, especially nice in summer on a bright summer day. Cat. A lot of feral cats around here. Run! And take the left fork here. Parking is over there. Left again here. Parking area. Then we'll just jog around the parking area and go back around. Back through here. Really nice pond, a little place to outlook there. And then we're going to take the right hand place here. Stay in the right-hand path. down there, we'll go across that boardwalk again. We'll go back towards the Bobo Link Trail. Coming back up towards where the Bobo Link Trail starts. Back in the woods, which is sort of nice. Like running in the winter, you can see so far. I run here in the spring and summer, and it's like a green tunnel. It's also pretty. Alright. Back to the main trail. We're going to go right this time. This is the end of part 2. And stay tuned for the last part, part 3 of the Slate Run Trail. Welcome to part 3, the Slate Run Park trail runs. Just got back on the main trail. Nice downhill here. A pretty creek. Trail to the farm. We're not going to go that way today, but it's really pretty. I encourage everyone to go to the Slate Run Farm. It's great here, nice bridge, and then swirls around to the uphill. Really, really nice. up. Tell you, in Ohio, it doesn't get a whole lot prettier than this. Over and back up again. The bridge we just passed. There's a little ravine. Sort of an overlook area. Make it a point to always look at the overlook areas in a run, because they're almost always fabulous, and this is no exception. Imagine being out here on a nice fall day or even a winter day. It's like someone is having even more fun or whatever. Fabulous view there. That way it takes us up to the parking. We're not ready to stop yet. We're gonna go down here and down this nice hill. There's a pretty bridge. And another little hill here. Just enough hills to make it interesting. Nothing really challenging. All runnable. Kind of like High Banks and Patel Darby Creek. A lot of wood here. Nice meadow. As I just jog around that meadow, it's really pretty. Hawthorn trees. Flowering dogwood tree. That's pretty in the spring.